Hello. So you got this program, you got a Java program, and you can run it in NetBeans, but you probably want to be able to run it outside of NetBeans too. So if you right click on your build file, you go to target and do jar. The jar task is gonna compile the software, whatever classes need to be compiled based on timestamps probably. And then it's gonna jar, put those class files in a jar file for you. Copying one file, blah blah blah, and it tells you like how you can run it. Um, so if we go to a command prompt, and it's gonna put it in that dist folder for distribution. That's where NetBeans is gonna compile. That's where it's gonna build the jar to. It actually doesn't really put the class files there. It puts it under that build folder. But so if we go to dist, so what they're saying in there is that you can just say java dash jar. And Java is the program that's installed that starts up the Java virtual machine or Java runtime environment, whatever. Um, so we say dash jar, we give it a jar file name, and it says, I can't run it. And the reason it can't run it is because there's no information in this jar file telling Java what class you actually want to run. So that's really easy to fix. Basically, you just go to your properties for your project, and it's gonna be under. I think it's under this main class. Yeah, so you need to set this field right here, and it's probably gonna show you in this list by default all the classes that have a public static void main function in them as options here, and just hit OK, and then just rerun the jar target. Okay, go back here. There you have it. So now you got an executable jar file. So you can give that to anybody that's got the Java runtime environment installed, and then they can run it the same way. Um, so that's kind of interesting. If you look at that jar file, uh, you'll say, "What's a jar file?" Well, it's basically a zip file. So you can rename it or just put dot zip on the end, and then you can open it with any program that can open a zip file. Yeah, let's keep using that app. So you got a folder structure that's gonna be in sync with what you see in NetBeans. So you have a folder for every package. So if you go in here, you'll see a class file, your class file. So Java is the uncompiled um, version of the class, and then .class is a compiled version of the class. And this meta-inf, this is kind of like a manifest for the jar file. And what it's going to have in here is various properties about the jar. One of the properties in this case is going to be what the main class is. So if you open this with like a text editor, you'll see various things you probably don't really care about. Um, but this main class is really important. If you want to make it executable. If this program relies on other libraries, it'll list the libraries here too. So that's how that works. And then you can just rename it back if you want. This README, NetBeans sticks this README in here for some reason. Um, Pretty obnoxious. I really don't need that every time I build the thing. So yeah, like I said, in the build folders where you're gonna probably actually see the compiled classes. That's where every time you compile something in NetBeans, it's gonna stick them in there. Yeah. So and you can run class files directly, but you pretty much got to stick like the package name on them. So it's pretty inconvenient. You know, I'd rather just run an executable jar file. So I go up a folder and I go into build. So you could say Java dash, and you got to tell it what folders you want to put on the class path. Kind of like a path variable or something. In this case, I'm just going to put the current directory, and then you do my package slash, I think it's called main. Could not load find main class my package main. I might be using the wrong kind of slash here. There it goes. So you can't do it that way. It's really a lot easier to typically just make an executable jar file, because you could have, you know, quite a few different packages and you could have dozens of class files, and you don't really want to worry about all that. You just want to put it in a big archive file. So that's how you do that. Um, I guess that's all I'm going to do in this video. I'll probably do some stuff with windowing in the next video, because that stuff's kind of interesting to me. Anyway, see you later.